So welcome to the end of day 2 of DevLearn. It has been as hectic and inspirational, all those other words I've used in other vlogs. Today was no exception. I did my session on community, so I'm breathing a slight sigh of relief now this evening before joining the Brits for an evening out here. Not too much pressure, only had David Kelly in my audience, so really hope that he enjoyed the session as well. I was really talking about really bringing back communities and what they can teach us about the role that learning needs to play in the organisation and that role of facilitator and giving it its rightful kudos, really. I've had some really good conversations on that particular point. I did a video with Tom Spiglanin, and we were having a debate over what that role should be. He works in a very complex organisation. Literally, it is rocket science. So he has a number of subject matter experts that could well be the only subject matter experts in the world on the technology that they're using. So this isn't about coming up with formal learning interventions to teach them how to do their job. It is about facilitating the transfer of learning between perhaps related disciplines and helping them understand how they can be fully part of a workflow that really delivers for the organisation. So the role there of bringing together related but perhaps seemingly disparate ideas and areas of knowledge together to develop new innovations or to overcome really critical but quite complex challenges has a really well-earned place there. And you could well say, we know in an organisation that is literally rocket science, then that role of facilitation and the importance of knowledge and the value that it has means that that role of facilitator or catalyst, or we're even discussing the term agent provocateur, whatever you want to call it, you can see that real value. And for other organisations, it may feel as if, okay, we're not dealing with rocket science, so is this relevant for us? It absolutely is relevant. It's so relevant because although formal learning will always have its place, there will be things that people will need to be trained on. So this isn't the end of content by any stretch, but learners need that scaffold and the ability to breathe, to be able to assimilate this, to be able to put concepts together, to be able to contextualize it, all those things that we talk about. Learning can really be at the heart of that. But grasping the metal on what is the new learning skill set is something that I'm really intrigued to see. There seems to be a lot more comfort here in the fact that this world is quite ambiguous, that there isn't a particular formula for this, that it is about truly being consultants and listening to those business points of pain or passion or the things that the business is really trying to deliver. Right at the bottom line, you can work back with something like value chain that we've talked about before in terms of looking at what types of interventions, be them learning or facilitating a great conversation or putting out a case study or improving a process. It's having that open mind in terms of how do people really excel and really get to demonstrate their talents in this organisation related to this key business objective. One other session that I really enjoyed, and it's slightly off topic, is the meme session that David Kelly curated with Jane Bozarth and Jeanette Campos and Cami Bean. And it was really good fun. So essentially they were pitching really their stall on what they believe the future of learning will look like. So the points were really salient. They were very well researched. They had good grounding, but they had to do it all with memes that changed every 20 seconds. And that real injection of humour, but some really well-grounded thoughts from, some really great names in the business. They know what they're talking about. Worked really, really well. And I'd love to see a session like that as something like Learning Technologies, because it really kind of gives a shift in pace and a shift in mood, and it worked really, really well. I'd be interested to see if us Brits can cope with that type of format. It'd be interesting to see. So there's just one more day of DevLearn left, day 3. I'll be reporting from that probably on the plane on the way then back to New York. But it's been a pleasure recording these for you. I hope you'll join me on the final day of DevLearn, and speak to you soon.